Hello, can you introduce yourself? What's your name, age, and which sports do you participate in?
Hello, my name is Kucherenko Luydmila. So at the moment I'm participating in badminton. It is a type of sport. Yeah.
And what's your age?
I'm 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long have you been involved in this sport and what initially drew you into it?
So basically, I'm not uh, for that long in this sport. Like I only started the last school year, so I'm participating for the second year now, and um, yeah, able to play the badminton, like to try this sports, and we basically didn't know the rules for like the right rules for playing this game, but we still tried, and as we did that, like I saw that I did it. I was able to perform it successfully, and like I thought about like why wouldn't I try this, and that's
Mm,
how I came to
mm-hmm,
the school club of badminton the next year after that.
mm-hmm. In your personal experience, how has playing sport impact your mental well-being?
As I found myself enjoying this sport a lot, that's why I chose it. It affects on my mental health and mental well-being actually very much, because like I'm even very happy when there are extra like 2 hour trainings on the weekends, and I'm not that against to go to school, which is like far away from my home, but like it's the motivation to get the cool training with a comfortable for me teacher, and
Mm-hmm,
that's why these sports affects my well-being a lot, and it helps me to cope with some problems, because like when I'm playing, first
mm-hmm,
of all I'm releasing energy, which can be also like some negative energy,
mm-hmm,
and that's how I feel better after that.
mm-hmm. And what social benefits have you noticed from being a part of sport team or group?
Yeah, the social benefits are good as well, because like our club in the school consists of several people that I haven't knew before, and every time I get to know them better, and I'm very happy for that, because like first of all we have the same interests, which
Mm-hmm,
means we're common in some things, and we can find some themes to talk. We have some like ideas to share, and
mm-hmm,
it's very useful. Plus, that people are very comfortable for me. Like it got so, I'm very happy for that, and I'm also very happy for the environment that is in my sports, which is at the same time competitive and at the same time supportive, and like wishing to have a better opponent for yourself, and we are improving together and seeing each other grow, which is very very comfortable.
wow, nice to hear it. And do you feel that participating in sport has helped you manage stress? Can you share a specific example?
Yes, exactly. Basically we are having trainings after the lessons, and usually during the whole school day, like a lot of stuff happens,
Mm-hmm,
like some different people, different relationships,
mm-hmm,
and sometimes stress may remain after that day. But when you come to practice with like the comfortable environment again, it helps you to release stress. Like first of all, like the physical activity
mm-hmm,
itself, it like frees some blocks, maybe some stress for your body. You can
mm-hmm,
like uh, use the sharp moves for releasing that energy, and that's how it helps.
mm-hmm. How has your involvement in sport shaped your ability to work in teams and communicate with others?
Oh, so when I firstly came to that sport, to badminton, like all the people that I met were new, but they were not new for each other, because like the team was already like completed the last year, and I was very new to that company. But that helped me to learn how to overstep myself, and to like to go out of my comfort zone maybe,
Mm-hmm,
and that's how I tried to find a common language with that people. So basically like adapting to new environment which I
mm-hmm,
met there helped me a lot for like teams and communicating with others. Plus, as I know some other groups of people which I met there, I also had like wider vision in the uh, society, and that's how I can like more easily adapt to some people which
mm-hmm,
I find common to the people that I already met.
mm-hmm. And what role has sports played in building your self-confidence over time?
As I see my improvements, which are like I think that are mandatory in that sport, because like we have a small team and our improvements like really become true
Mm-hmm.
in a quick time, and like seeing you grow helps you to understand that you're able of doing that, and that's how it affects and builds your self-confidence, which like feels like, yeah, if I want it I may do that. Like
Mm.
all you need that is like the plan, maybe to understand the instructions, and everything is possible.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever faced the psychological challenges as an athlete? For example, fear of failure or maybe pressure to perform, and how did you overcome them?
Of course, there are some downfalls in the sports career, if I may call that for myself. But basically, when you think that of yourself, like you think like, oh, you're not capable of doing something, like you may be wrong in some way. But basically, when you start thinking that way, the thing that you should do is like not only to analyze, not to try to like explain yourself from the positive side. Like mostly you need to like realistically to assess like what was happening. For example, for after the long, I can say, rest, like long for me was like 2 weeks, and
Mm-hmm.
after that I came to the play, and I was playing so bad. But basically, after the game, I was thinking like, why do I play that way? And I understood like I haven't participated in sports for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I didn't warm up before the training, and that was
Mm-hmm.
the reasons. And if you identify those like easy causes, obvious causes, you understand how to overcome this psychological challenge.
Mm-hmm. How do you think sports have influenced your mood or motivation in daily life?
Sports themselves are a very good way to understand how discipline and motivation work. Basically, like sports are very like directly connected with your abilities and your mind and what you can see and observe, and that's why you can understand simply like if you want to do like you should do this,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how it affected the motivation mostly, because like if you have motivation, the only motivation is not enough to do something, and you understand by sports that for motivation you also need to add discipline and like some routine, and that's how you make the dream come true.
Mm-hmm.
And about the mood, I could say that like sports mood is also a thing that like maybe gives the spirit probably, or maybe it's like adds you positive energy as you like release the stress on the sports, and I think it works this way.
What is the most rewarding aspect of participating in sports for you, both socially and psychologically?
I think the most rewarding aspect in sports is basically me being fit, because like it is very important for me,
Mm-hmm.
um, and also from the social side is to have good people around me.
Mm-hmm.
It's it affects me a lot because it's important for me.
Mm-hmm. How do you think the skills that you have developed through the sports, like discipline, as you said before, teamwork, have affected other areas of your life?
I think um, I'm not sure if I developed like the focus and discipline that much during this time, unfortunately, but I'm working on that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it affects my life because first of all, it's again maybe motivation to go to training. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
for example, because like I remember one day, like I had several plans after the lessons, but at the same time, I had a training which I wanted to go to,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how I pushed myself to finish all the things, and I finished them all in 10 minutes, and then I went to the training to participate. So I think it affects on my life by like being able to finish tasks quicker,
Mm-hmm.
and also to have a better communication with other people, as I listed before.
Mm-hmm. So the sports make you more productive
Yes.
in both your athlete and school life.
Yeah, I agree.
Lastly, what advice would you give to someone who is hesitant to get involved in sports, but particularly from a mental health or social perspective?
Mm, I think my advice would be to try more kind of sports, and to find the one that is the most comfortable and interesting for you, and it will be the stimul to start. Because like if the thing is not needed for the person or is not interesting, it wouldn't work, as I think.
Mm-hmm.
um, and from the social perspective, maybe not to be afraid for new people, like to understand that if needed you may create some boundaries,
Mm-hmm.
or vice versa, to avoid them with some people. So like I think that the most important thing is to find something interesting for you, and to think from the perspective that everything like can be solved
Mm-hmm.
in any situation.
Okay, that is. Thank you so much for having time for this interview. I really appreciate it. Goodbye.
You too. Thank you. Bye.